Hi everyone, Reverend Clarence here, and you're watching another video from Bulldog Productions. In this video, I would like to demonstrate how a small community put on such a big event in just some 90 days. So sit back and enjoy the Chula Vista Veterans Day Parade of 2013, and I'll see you in the comments. And let's see if you can pick out the guest speaker. So love your comments, many blessings, see you soon.
Go guys! Forward! Start back there. Perfect.
Thank you.
See me over there?
Huh?
See me over there running the show?
I can see. Right. I was wondering why they didn't have the scrap body. Thank you.
Rock the house, and when the veterans rock the house, they rock it let's give Lieutenant Commander Martinez a round of applause, please.
Good morning, veterans! Good morning to our forefathers that served this country! Thank you, Old Tire Ranch High School band! My home school Olympians! Of course, MNCI was one of my old shore duty commands, and I started to get this idea after coming from Afghanistan. But I studied in Afghanistan, I understood how bad it was, and I was wondering, why am I complaining since our forefathers in Vietnam, World War II, World War I went through a worse case scenario than I did. So that's why I came back to Stark to understand that Veterans Elementary is the school that understands what the meaning of veteran is. Lieutenant Commander Mr. Robert Matthias is the man that's going to carry the charter for me and his command to sponsor this school every year. Thank you, Sir Cyber Force! All right, Chick-fil-A in the back, Chick-fil-A in the back. You see them out there, make sure you get your Chick-fil-A. Let me thank you, every single one, personally, patron riders, the Green Knights, all right, and of course my favorite little school of veterans. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? I love you.
All right, Lieutenant Commander Martinez, make some noise for that guy. I'm trying to figure out how to follow that up, man. You need to work for the radio station. I've said that before, but I'm waiting for you to fill out the application. We got to get you on the air with me in the afternoon. What's up, veterans? How you guys doing today? All right, I got to thank Mother Nature. Who was here last year that remembers last year? Right? So Mother Nature cooperating. Well, my name is Hayes. I do the afternoon show on Star 94.1. I also work with Channel 933 Radio. Big supporters of military and everybody who serves, and big supporters of this school. One of the reasons is I watched this school be built from the ground floor. Both my kids, Jordan and Angelica, are here, and Jordan's in third grade, and sixth grade, and my wife's a teacher here in first grade, Mr. Schnitzer over there. So. A little bit vested interest in this school, and I love every year. I can't believe we've been doing this for 8 years now. So that means Jordan was just born when we started this tradition, and it's carrying on every year, and it gets better and better every year. So with that said, on behalf of Frontline Villanueva and Navy Cyber Forces San Diego, I welcome you to the 8th Annual Veterans Elementary Veterans Day Celebration. All right, anyone wishing to take photos, we want you to take photos. We want you to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram photos. Let everybody know what goes on here at this school. It's very important to know that we support those who serve and have served here in San Diego. So feel free to take pictures. We do ask that you silence your phones, though, at this time, because there's going to be some great speakers, and we want to make sure everybody is heard. So silence your phones, and please rise for the parading of the colors by the color guard from the Commander Naval Air Forces Pacific San Diego. Okay, I think they exited for a prior commitment, so we're going to get right. Are they in the back there? Is that? Okay, they are here. Great. We're going to come through the middle. All right, go ahead and parade the colors. You know what, the great thing about this is, too, as we parade the colors, and I'll tell you the story. and we want to welcome, normally we have one of the bands play the national anthem, but we thought it'd be really cool to have one of the young ladies from Olympian High School cheer squad to do. So please put your hands together for Sarah Moscato, going to sing for us tonight.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last clearing, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Sarah Moscato of Olympian High. And the truth of it is, she didn't know she was going to do that today, everybody. So she just found out maybe 5 minutes ago she was going to sing that. So great job. Okay, let's retire the colors and please be seated. So many great programs here at Veterans Elementary, and over the years I've seen them grow. And one of my favorite programs here is the Veterans Cheer Team Squad, led by Mrs. Mayo and Mrs. Aguilar. And they're going to perform for us. Put your hands together right now for them. Future Olympian High School cheer team members. Speaking of which, put your hands together for the Olympian High School cheer team. Cheer team. All right, now we're going to get down to business. We want to thank the special guests that are in attendance. We want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule and them to be here today to support our veterans and active service members of the military. We want to start by saying thank you for showing up and being supportive of our school and the city of Chula Vista. The superintendent of Chula Vista Elementary School District, Dr. Francisco Escobedo. We want to thank the Patriot Guard Riders in attendance today. Navy personnel from the San Diego region into attendance today. Thank you for showing up and supporting. Navy Cyber Forces, San Diego OIC, LCDR, Robert Mathias here today. One of our favorites, the Chula Vista Police School Resource Officer, Roy Vicente, in attendance today. Captain Flores from the Chula Vista Fire Department Truck Company 57 here today. Mentioned them earlier, the Green Knights Military Motorcycle Club San Diego here today. Once again, we want to thank the Otay Ranch High School Marching Band directed by Mr. Paul Johnston. And the Olympian High School Marching Band directed by Eric Mabry. And finally, let me introduce to you, everybody knows him. He is doing a great job here at Veterans Elementary. It is your principal of Veterans Elementary, Froilan Villanueva.
Good morning, magandang umaga, and buenos dias. First of all, I want to welcome you to our 8th annual Veterans Day celebration. It was about a little bit over a year ago when someone asked me, a parent, asked me about the parade. We were going to have the parade last year, the 7th annual parade. I said, sure, who's organizing it? They said, you are. I said, okay. And we quickly got it together. It went really, really well, except one thing didn't cooperate last year. What was that? The weather, right? Well, it's amazing what happens in a year's time. 365 days later, I don't think we could have picked a better day, better setting, and really just a better program than we've had today. I also want to thank someone else that got here early in the morning, Mr. Enrique and Mr. Mauricio, our custodians. They're somewhere around here doing something. Let's give them a round of applause, please. They changed their schedules around. They got here at 5 a.m. They put these chairs out, and then we have a meeting at 1 o'clock. We have so many things going on today, but they're always really not only supporters of our school, but part of the fabric, which is Veterans Elementary. Today is a day of remembering and thanking those in service. It is important to educate our youth about service to our community, our country, as well as remembering our veterans. We also want to recognize military personnel who served in past conflicts such as World War II, Vietnam, Korea, the Middle East, and anywhere else their service was needed. We actually had earlier this morning a World War II veteran, 90 years old, that was in the parade. And he had to go, but I just want you to know that we have veterans from World War II that are still here with us, and we really need to thank them for all the sacrifices that they did and did for us, because that really is he here today? Actually, okay, I was told that he had left. Let's give a round of applause for a World War II veteran. I don't know, that doesn't give me chills. I don't know what does, but because that, thank you very much, sir. They told me it left, but you are here. Thank you very much. We can continually learn from our veterans, and they allow us to have a future that is better for all of us. At this time, I would like any guests who served or served in the military, or who are in law enforcement, including firefighters, border patrol, to please stand at this moment. If you're in the military or retired military, stand right now. We want to recognize you. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Students, teachers, parents, we are here because of them today. We are recognizing their efforts, their dedication, and their sacrifice. Thank you. You may be seated. I thank all of you for your support, dedication, and service, both past and present. And I just want you to know that families, parents, organizations are here today. Let's continue working so that this great Veterans Day Parade gets better and better. It's just grown. This is my second year. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I'm sure that the 9th annual will be just as great. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Villanueva. And now it's time, and my great pleasure, to introduce to you a true veteran and today's guest speaker. Put your hands together for Staff Sergeant Clarence E. Scotton.
Thank you, Hayes, for that outstanding introduction. I'd like to say thank you to our first responders, our honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, our students, for your continued support for our veterans and our civil heroes. To all our heroes, I say welcome home. How about now? Can you hear me now? As I was saying to all the heroes, I want to say welcome home. How about a big round of applause for everybody that's here today? This is awesome. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm not a talker, so I'll keep this brief. Now, since this is a devoted veteran school, and I'm retired Army, y'all should be used to saying hoorah, right? Hoorah! 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 Awesome. Let me hear you say hoorah, Sergeant Scott, hoorah! 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 Sweet. Now I'm going to say some funny things as I tell my story. So while everyone is laughing at me, I want all you students out there to say hoorah, Sergeant Scott, hoorah! Outstanding. Now again, my name is Staff Sergeant Clarence E. Scotton, and I thank you for this honor to share my story with you on this Veterans Day as we honor those who have given and remember those who have given all. I only hope that my story will inspire others and teach everyone that they can prevail through hard times. If I am to leave a legacy, then let it be taught that I am the epitome of perseverance and endurance. My background will show that I was born in a barn on a modest dairy farm in an Amish community in the outskirts of Dover, Delaware. I left the farm life to become a soldier, as it is tradition for the men in my family to serve. For 5 generations, the men in my family have protected this great land with life and limb. My training has taken me to various posts, both in the United States and abroad, Germany and Bulgaria, to obtain certifications and degrees in construction engineering, metallurgy, automotive, professional driving, and combat medic. For 10 of my 16 years of duty, I served on support teams as a material fabrication specialist. I can make anything out of anything for anything. A real modern day MacGyver. I specialize in tool making and part making for mechanized infantry. I also helped in the design of some of the gun trucks and fortresses that we see today. During my deployments and training, I have been granted the privilege of being an honorary Marine and taking the initiative for being there at a time when help was needed most on 3 separate engagements. The attitude of the Marine will forever thrive within me. Hoorah! Hoorah! I'm an Army veteran of 16 years with 5 tours of duty: Bosnia, Kosovo, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and my 5th tour being a deployment to Iraq. During my tour of OIF-3 from 2004 to 2005, I was awarded several Army Achievement Medals for making tools and building machines that increased the productivity of Class 3 armor and protecting the lives of over 485,000 men and women in combat. However, 4 months into my tour, I survived an explosion that dislocated every joint in my left torso and bruising the left side of my brain. After relocating my left shoulder, arm, and hand and finding nothing else wrong with me, the TMC deemed me worthy of duty, and I fulfilled the remainder of my 12-month tour in Kuwait. Shortly after returning home, I was diagnosed with a concussion, and my left hand and arm began to fall out of their sockets. I was transferred from Fort Dix, New Jersey to Tucson, Arizona VA Hospital for physical therapy and neurology. As the concussion worsened, I slowly lost my motor skills. I spent 5 years at the VA hospital relearning how to walk and talk. The VA hospital is an awesome facility, but at the time of my condition, they only provided treatment and nothing more. My disability taught me a lesson, to appreciate our abilities. In 2008, I was able to walk on my own again. I was so thankful I went on a nature hike. I walked with a group on the Lois and Clark Trail. However, being the curious man I am, I took a slight detour to one of the shelves near the North Pole. 2,700 miles in 31 days I hiked to give thanks to God for letting me walk again. If there are any Canadians here who have heard the story of the one-eared elk, I just want to say, the elk attacked me and I bit in self-defense. During all this time, 2006 to 2009, I was a homeless veteran with no disability check, no pension, unable to obtain Social Security, and no job. I developed a support team through my local church, and they gave me encouragement, shelter, food, and clothes. Through paying it forward, I found that I still had the magic for making things work. One day I was paying it forward doing some landscaping for a friend from church when I found a car in the bushes of a neighbor's yard. I asked if I could have it. They said with a chuckle, "Sure you can have it. It's only been sitting there for 10 years. I said, "Can I borrow $10 and a gas can?" "Sure you can, but that car will never run." With a thank you to God and a little elbow grease, 4 hours later I backed that car out of the bushes and drove that car out of my neighbor's yard. When my church heard about this, they took up a collection and paid for the inspection, title, and tags and insurance to get me started. 2 weeks later, I found another car in the same situation. I fixed it and I gave it to a veteran who needed it. I found, fixed, and gave away 9 more cars before the nonprofit organization Cars for Vets Incorporated was born. For 3 years, Cars for Vets provided a 24/7 on-call roadside assistance program to veterans and their families, as well as an emergency recovery service for the American Red Cross. We located, repaired, and gave away vehicles to qualifying veterans, overall helping over 200 veterans and their families with transportation to and from work, school, and medical appointments. I became a spokesman for the homeless veterans of Tucson, graduating from guest and co-host of television shows to the host of the Cars for Vets show, and obtaining several humanitarian awards. As a fundraiser coordinator, I spearheaded a transportation museum and an automotive trade school for veterans. I designed and produced a veteran magazine called REV, Remembering Every Veteran, a magazine that delivered current health and benefits information, along with veteran stories and where to get help when you're down on your luck. I was elected as president and CEO of several homeless shelters, and I became a leader to my fellow veterans by spreading hope to those who did not know hope existed, and all I did was ask. The veterans of Tucson have hope now. Thank you. The organizations that support our troops of all wars are well established, and so seeing no other need for me in Tucson, I have carried out my plans of retirement and have moved here to Chula Vista in May of this year. Shortly after my move from Tucson, I realized how much I missed helping my veterans. I wanted to do something for my new community. I will never be able to work in the fields of my expertise again, so I had to research myself once more and make a change. Following a niche for the medical field, I researched the positions at the VA hospital in San Diego, and I talked to a few people there. I found that I could still help my veterans by assisting the doctors. To get involved, I need a degree and all my medical certifications, and so I have enrolled at California College San Diego to major in medical specialties. The Army retired me as a disabled veteran in January of 2007, and I was released from VA medical care in 2012. With my parents deceased and my sister and 2 brothers all spread out amongst the United States, in 2008 I decided to buy a sailboat and sail around the South Pacific for the rest of my days. I held on to my dream with both hands and with white knuckles. Today I own that sailboat and I live in the Chula Vista Bay. Regrettably, I don't have any children to share my wisdom with, so please allow me to share it with you. If you wish upon a star, name it and declare it yours. Then protect it and hold on to it as if your life depended on it. Don't let anyone steal your dreams. We must always remind ourselves that nothing is impossible. Like the great Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if our minds can conceive it, then we can achieve it. Folks, that means if we can imagine it, we can obtain it. To paraphrase Abraham Lincoln, if you don't like the way you're living, if you don't like how you're living, then change it, for only you have the power to do so. And I'm telling you right now, if you're feeling overwhelmed with school or with life, if you're feeling a heartbreak, if you're feeling emotional pain, if you think you just can't go any further, then lay some Jesus on it and regain your strength through Him. Can I get an amen? Amen. My fellow students, take advantage of your school and college. Approach learning as though you were a sponge and your education was a bucket of water that needed to be dried up. Soak in that knowledge, because learning something is a lot better than learning nothing. Hoorah! Hoorah! I currently attend California College San Diego, also known as CCSD. California College makes it easy to go to college and have a flexible schedule. At CCSD, the classes are much smaller, which allows for more personal attention and assistance with my studies. I hope no one here needs it, but maybe you know someone. CCSD also offers free GED classes. California College San Diego is a veteran-friendly place. So sign up for CCSD over here and tell them Sergeant Scott sent you. You'll be glad you did. In closing, I would again like to say thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for sharing this day with me as we remember and honor those brave men and women that have defended and still defend our country, our livelihood, and our well-being. Don't forget to welcome home a soldier, and thank all your heroes, such as your teachers and your first responders, and thank you for your support.
Once again, Staff Sergeant Clarence E. Scotton. I don't know about you guys, but you really made my day better. And I thank you for that. You really did. That was inspiring. We appreciate you for that. Let's bring back up your principal, Mr. Villanueva, for a few last words.
Thank you. Well, I want to introduce someone that is important to all of us, and that would be our very own council member for Chula Vista, Mary Salas. Let's just give her a hand. Thank you very much for joining us. It really is an honor to have you here. And I also wanted to share that about a week ago, Lieutenant Commander Martinez came to my office and gave me this vest which says "Never Forget" and POW MIA, and I want to thank you, Lieutenant Commander Martinez. The only thing I'm missing is a motorcycle. Okay? That's the only thing. Now, I don't know if some of you know, but I actually do a lot of cycling. If you ever ride, if you're driving around East County, you see those people with the helmets, the bicycles, and all that Lycra and stuff. I'm one of those people. But I don't think I'm going to wear that when I ride my bike because I'm going to be sweating a little too much, okay? So when I upgrade, I'm going to get a motorcycle and I'll be wearing this. I'm going to be handing the microphone back just to our MC just a few seconds. I just wanted to, as we conclude our program, I really want to thank everyone that made today really special. I want to thank everyone that came in on a motorcycle, that heard about this on Facebook. It just grows and grows, and I do get nervous the week before, the 2 weeks before, and then before you know it, we have everybody here, even Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's amazing. Frutiza's here. So once again, it's a representation of the community. Obviously, having our elected officials here is also just a plus and icing on the cake. And on the behalf of Mrs. Rosendale, our associate principal, who's in the back, if we could please, Mrs. Rosendale, can you please raise your hand? Our great associate principal. I really do want to say it is an honor, it is a pleasure to be the principal of Veterans Elementary. Gracias, salamat, thank you.
All right, thank you. You know, just for time purposes, I'll be brief, but I do want to say one thing. Being a father and a husband of a teacher here at Veterans Elementary, I see the heart and soul that your teachers put into everything they do for you guys here at this school, all the great programs. As parents, I encourage you to support the school in every single way. Have your kids be involved with the programs. I know my daughter is in safety patrol. My son played soccer last year. I look forward to playing football, which I want to mention. Coach Lofty and his team, would you guys give them a big round of applause? They are the reigning champions right now, 2012-13 season. Very proud of them, very proud of all our teachers and the students here. So when you're out in the community and you talk about Veterans Elementary, talk about Veterans Elementary with pride. I want to say hi to South Bay Cruisers as well. South Bay Cruisers here today, give a hand for them as well. And as we go about our weekend and enjoy this wonderful, believe it or not, what are we, November 8th? Is that today's date? November 8th. And it's what, 80-something degrees here. And our friends on the East Coast love when we tell them this. As you go about your weekend, we want to remember the meaning of Veterans Day. We want to thank those who have served our country. And today we honor all service members, past and present. We honor the family members of those who serve. We honor those who serve in our community, our teachers, our firefighters, our law enforcement, and of course all first responders. We want to thank the great city of Chula Vista and those who serve in our community, like Mary Salas here, one of our community members, so we thank you for that. And we want to recognize the importance of all our students, because you guys are the future of our community and country. So to our students, we thank you for all that you do. We honor you all.
Thanks for watching our videos, and if this is your first time with us, please subscribe, like, and comment below. A small donation can go a long way. The majority of our proceeds go to helping the kids at Camp Corral. If you don't know about Camp Corral, there's a link to their website down below. We also help the local no-kill animal shelter, Max Fund, and their link is down below also. The rest of the funds go to producing good quality video for your entertainment and knowledge. Be on the lookout for our new show coming soon. The show will teach young adults and adults how to perform a variety of medical procedures, but in a gory, funny way. So that's coming soon. Thanks again for watching another episode of Bulldog Productions. And be a hero. Subscribe, like, and commenting saves an animal and helps a child of our fallen veterans. Many blessings, and I'll see you.